I'm very humbled by the confidence of the leaders to confirm my appointment today. It has been a period of uncertainty since April, but today they have unanimously adopted my appointment, agreeing to my appointment. I'm really humbled by that, and I'm so thankful to the leaders, for their faith and the support for me, and I'm looking forward to working with them. And more importantly, my thanks to the Lord Almighty, for this providence of love and mercy and protection and grace upon me and my family in this time.
Now, just highlight some of the issues that you'll be looking into as your tenure as a Director General.
Yes, I walked into a secretariat which is in a very bad shape at all levels and by all means, particularly with the financial situation. We have a very precarious situation that I'm now, with the support of the governing bodies, able to address right now. I still have a fair way to go, but that will be resolved sooner. The other issues that we're facing, of course, the political agendas. You've just heard in the various statements being made. You might recall that the genesis of this organization was the self-determination or the independence of the people of Kanaks of New Caledonia. That was in 1986 in Goroka. So you've heard in the discussions today that leaders should not lose sight of the original intention of why the organization was set up. It has grown big into other areas. Of course, with the globalized world, the demands of services of the organization has really increased as well from the members' driven priorities. So those political issues, including FLNKS, as well as the application by the United Liberation Movement of West Papua, that is another issue that is really been a dominant feature in our agenda of the leaders' retreat today. So you've heard that there'll be a further meeting by September, and that is one of my heavy preoccupations right now, to try and organize that meeting, the technical legal committee that needs to meet in order to further review the criteria for membership and its guidelines. That's on the political agenda, and then we have the sustainable development agenda. Then we have the police security issues. So there's quite a number of key issues that I will be looking after in my tenure. But first and foremost, I need to fix the secretariat to be lean and mean, to be able to deliver the leaders' mandates. The support has been overwhelming. I guess it's important. It's important for me to continue to liaise directly with leaders, so that our collaborative efforts on the issue that are important to members remain relevant to the organization, and the organization remain relevant to the priorities and to the implementation of leaders' mandates, because that will be key for me. The visibility and the standing of the organization will really depend on how best I will engage with the leaders, as well as with the development partners between now and into the future. The MSG trade agreement is now being completed, but the leaders have asked that the due process, national due process, have to be completed first before it is brought back to the proposed special summit again, to be convened before the end of September. MSG has a special role in the regional architecture. It has its own space because it is a leaders organization, and it is a leaders organization in the MSG sub-region which has the largest criteria in terms of resources, population. Out of the 11 million people in the Pacific, 9 million lives in MSG. The markets, talking about markets, we have the largest markets. So the important thing is to know that the role of MSG needs to be upgraded. The secretary needs to be upgraded in terms of its collaborations working with members to strengthen its implementation issues so that our members at the end of the day, they are the beneficiaries of the work that the Secretariat does. So it's really huge, the potential is huge, and the role of the organization will always be important for that matter. It's gaining traction in lots of international meetings, particularly at the region. That will be one of my priority, is to lift the standing or the visibility of MSG into the region as well as internationally, which means we have to be strategic in our approach in ensuring that what we do benefit our members. I just want to say that MSG can be a very robust and dynamic organization. It really hinges on how the members interact and how the members can be able to cultivate the resources that they have, using the Secretariat to provide and working in collaboration with other technical agencies, to provide the necessary backstopping technical advisory service that will enable our members to benefit from the delivery arms of MSG and other organizations in the region. It's a challenging time ahead of me. As you can see that the ULMWP issue will not subside. It will continue to rise now with the enormous support that has been rendered to the cause by the people of the Pacific. You'll note that there was a huge march today in the streets of Honiara City, and that translates into the work that MSG does. So for me, it is important that the organization is better prepared and strategically positioned to help members achieve their objectives, whether it's national objectives, economic objectives, or sustainable development objectives, or social objectives. Irrespective of size or numbers, we serve our members equally. That is the very crux of the discussions today, because as you know, under the MSG agreement, it is not clear in terms of who should be members, and the membership issue as well as the criteria for leaders to approve who shall be the next member. So now that is the work of our subcommittee on legal issues. They're working on that to try and, under the mandate of the leaders, to try and review the criteria, the guidelines for associate memberships, in terms of observers, for associate members, and also for full memberships. So really, it's a stepping stone process. If you look at it, it's like a step. You have to be an observer, then associate member, then a full member. At the moment, there's 2 observers, Timor-Leste and the ULMWP, and 1 associate member, which is the Republic of Indonesia.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.